There is nothing that could make me hate 50 Cent, and especially after this. He has literally just dropped this on his actual TikTok. Sean Diddy Combs' jury selection for trial is finally complete. If only, because if anyone's going to shed some goss on Diddy, it's always going to be 50 Cent. The guy is a legend.
50 Cent shocked the world when he showed up at Diddy's court trial. No one expected him to walk into that courtroom, and what followed changed everything. It was day 5 of the trial, and the atmosphere was already tense. Diddy sat at the defense table, staring at the floor. He looked like a man trying hard to stay calm, but the pressure was clearly getting to him. This trial had already been a disaster for his image, but when 50 Cent walked through those courtroom doors, it wasn't just another celebrity moment. It was a bombshell.
Has officially entered the courtroom, and she's currently on the stand. She actually just started, but there was a witness before her. The witness was Special Agent Yassine Binda, and she worked in the Human Trafficking Division of Homeland Security.
Wearing a sharp gray suit and dark glasses, 50 entered like he owned the room. The courtroom went completely silent. Even the shuffling of papers stopped. Diddy froze, visibly shaken. For years, 50 had been posting online, calling Diddy out, mocking him, sharing videos and rumors. But now, he was physically there, at Diddy's trial. He didn't say a word at first. He just sat down at the back and stared directly at Diddy. His presence was loud enough without saying anything. People in the gallery could feel the shift in energy. The prosecution looked surprised but calm. The defense, on the other hand, looked like they were scrambling. One of Diddy's lawyers leaned over to whisper something urgently, but Diddy wasn't paying attention. His eyes were fixed on 50 Cent like he was looking at a ghost. Then came the lunch break, and reporters rushed out to catch 50 Cent. Everyone wanted to hear what he had to say, and when he spoke, it wasn't for the cameras, it was serious. He said he was there because he'd seen the industry protect the wrong people for far too long. He said Cassie was brave and that she wasn't alone anymore. Not with him there, but that was just the beginning. 50 Cent told the press he had witnessed strange behavior from Diddy over the years, things that didn't sit right with him. He admitted that back then, he didn't say much, but now he couldn't stay quiet. Everybody knew something was off, he said, but no one spoke up because Diddy had too much power. People were scared of losing their careers. And then came the real shocker. 50 said he had been secretly helping Cassie's legal team.
Team searched Diddy's room, and she talked about what they found. Inside the entryway closet, there were large Ziploc bags filled with Johnson & Johnson baby oil. They found bottles of Astroglide, which is a lubricant, and found more bottles of baby oil in the bathtub, the nightstand, and the bathroom sink. Inside of a Louis bag that they found on the nightstand was a bottle of clonazepam prescribed to Frank Black, who we already know from Cassie is Diddy's pseudonym. Inside another bottle was a pink powder, which was later tested and confirmed to be, as well as the actual drug-filled evidence bag was passed to the jury so they could see it firsthand. Also found was $9,000 in cash stashed in a black fanny pack hanging off the bed, an external hard drive, and a device described as mood lighting.
He had handed over photos, phone records, and even a statement from a former bodyguard. That bodyguard had apparently seen some very disturbing things at Diddy's private parties. This wasn't just support from afar. This was 50 Cent getting involved directly, offering real evidence. And it didn't stop there. 50 announced that he was hiring private investigators to launch an independent investigation into Diddy's past. He made it clear, this wasn't about fame or clicks. He said it was about truth, about people who were hurt and scared. And it was time someone stood up for them. Cassie's legal team thanked him right away. They said his support was brave and appreciated. But Diddy's lawyers weren't happy. They called it a media stunt, trying to play it down. Still, you could tell they were rattled. This wasn't part of their plan. When the courtroom resumed, everything had changed. Diddy looked even more tense. His breathing was heavier, his fingers tapping the table nervously. He couldn't bring himself to look at 50. The pressure was building, and the courtroom felt like it could explode at any second. The defense asked for a private meeting with the judge, possibly to stop people like 50 from speaking publicly. But it was too late. The headlines were already spreading like wildfire. Social media was flooded with reactions. Videos of 50 Cent's statement were going viral. Other celebrities began to speak out. The silence was finally breaking. What 50 Cent did wasn't just bold, it was historic. He walked into that courtroom and backed up his words with action. He risked his own reputation, maybe even his safety, to stand against someone who had long been untouchable. And it worked. Diddy's team was shaken, his image was crumbling, and the case had taken a dramatic turn. No one knows how this trial will end, but one thing is clear. When 50 Cent showed up, he didn't just attend, he changed the game.